welcome back to my channel. So today we're having like a little short discussion. I don't know, something in me just said I should share this with you guys. I've just finished building my home studio. It wasn't really that hard. It's not like I had construction workers and whatnot here or anything like that. But I just finished building it, and I've had to do a few changes into my company to get things going. I've had to adjust certain things, and I thought I should just share for those people that are starting their business or growing their business or their fashion company from home, because not all of us have the luxury to rent out a space, and besides, spaces these days are like pretty expensive. So it works better if your space is your house, because it's almost like there's a certain income that you take from the company where you can put it in rent, and you sort of like still paying rent, but if you can't pay for that month from the business, then obviously you're still good. So yeah, so these are like self-employed designer tips, if I had to title them. So yeah, these are like tips that you can use if you have a brand or you have a fashion design company that you've built from home. So without any further ado, let's get started. So the first thing on the tips is the studio, of course, itself. Now, a studio doesn't really have to be anything expensive or luxurious or anything like that. My studio is extremely simple. It's basic. It's just a normal studio. Take a look at this. So as you saw, my studio is pretty basic. I made it creative, obviously, in my own way, but as long as you have the basics like your table, all your equipment, your sewing machines, your herbaceries like your horse hairs and everything that you need there in one box, and your fabrics in another box, and like everything that you need in the separate things, so that you just don't get confused on where's what and how. So like storage spaces is really important. My fabrics stay in like a mini suitcase. My herbaceries are in a little box. My muslins and test fabrics are like in a little plastic. So everything I need, I know where to find. That's basically the whole point of the studio, is for you to build an office space for yourself. I don't even want to say quote unquote. Let me just say it's an office. It's your office. It's what you're gonna wake up to every morning. It's where you're going to work. It's your workspace. It's where people, when they come in for consultations or fittings and whatnot, it's what they're going to see. And according to your studio and how you operate your studio and how you take care of your studio, that's actually going to determine how professional you are as a person. But that's the first tip from me. Build your home studio, create it in a way where it's comfortable for you. You love the space of it. Mine is always messy. It has a lot of stuff on my table. I like it like that. I like having calendars and pictures, and it's just my office space. I made it what I want it to be. So build your home studio, make sure you have your essentials, and build it the way you would like it to stand. So on the second tip, I'm discussing working hours. It's very important when you're working from home to set yourself working hours, because if you're at home, you can decide to wake up at 10. So you just wasted, I don't know how many hours, from 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock. 4 hours. You've wasted 4 hours sleeping. And then you wake up at 10, and maybe you want to catch up on a young Skim Sam or Movanga on TV, and you realize, oh my God, it's now 12 o'clock. So you've wasted like 6 hours of literally doing absolutely nothing. Whether you have a client or you don't have a client, it's always important that if you decide to open your shop, or you open your store or your business from Monday to Friday, you need to dedicate yourself to that. You need to say, okay, I open from Monday to Friday at 9 o'clock in the morning until maybe say 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and also put this on your social media. Doesn't mean that when you don't have clients now you can sleep your whole day through, but actually approach it as if you're going to work. Every morning wake up to start on your desk in your studio at 9 o'clock if you open at 9 o'clock. And then your Saturdays and Sundays you can rest, because if you don't open on Saturdays and Sundays, then I mean really no. Me on the other hand, I open from Monday to Wednesday from 9 until 2, and then I open Friday and Saturday from 9 until 2 or 1. So every morning I wake up to make sure that at 9 I'm at my table, I'm working on something. Even if I don't have a client, as you can see, I make samples of dresses for when I go to fashion shows and stuff like that, or just to sell to people ready-made stuff from my shop. You know, it just keeps you proactive and occupied, and also you learn how to be professional and on time, because for example, I charge consultation fee to people, and if you're like late, there's a late fee as well. So if you're gonna have stuff like that, you're gonna have to be dependent on yourself to work with time, and it's not gonna happen if you're like wasting 6 hours watching TV. So I mean, so set up working hours, set yourself working days. First of all, are you going to work Monday to Friday, Monday to Wednesday, the whole week? Then set yourself trading hours. Are you going to work from 8 till 5? Are you going to work from 9 till 2? Whatever you think suits you best and your clients, since you know your clients well. And once you have all of this, thirdly, approach it as if you're going to work, because at the end of the day, you are an employee to your The third tip that I have for you guys is your schedules. I have a huge ass calendar from Pick and Pay that I got. It helps me because it helps you set up appointments. It's very important to have a schedule for everything, especially fabric shopping, because I could go fabric shopping from Monday to Sunday, and I could go the whole day. That's how exciting fabric shopping is. But you don't want that. You know, you want to set a timer and say, okay, I only go fabric shopping on Wednesday for an hour or for 2 hours only, and stick to it. And also schedules, obviously, to schedule your appointments with people. So it's good to have like a little book. I have this little book over here. So this little book with my calendar together combined help me, because then I'll see on the 2nd of February I have an appointment with whoever, and it's a fitting, and on the 3rd I have an appointment with whoever and it's a consultation. And it's important to have this because for the fittings you are ready. You have your pins ready, you have the dress ready, you have everything ready for the client to come in. And if it's a consultation, you have your sketches ready, you have the contracts ready, you have the payments stuff ready, you have everything ready. It helps you become ready, and it helps you during the week to see that, oh, I can't go to the fabric store that Wednesday because I have an appointment with whoever. Or if you're really committed to going to the fabric store every Wednesday, you can set people's appointments around it and say, sorry, I can't meet you at 1 because I have to go fabric shopping, can I rather meet you at 2? You know, stuff like that. So it's important to have schedules, whether it's a book like this, whether it's a calendar, whether it's a diary. It's important to have it so that you can schedule each and everything that you do. Like, if you're working on a garment, you schedule it and say, this week I have to finish this garment. It's a sample garment, it's not for anyone, but it's a goal that you set for yourself to say, I have to finish this garment by the end of the week. And by the end of the week, you push yourself to finish the garment. The whole point of you having a home studio doesn't mean you should be lazy about it. It just means that you're the only employee to your company. So it would be really disrespectful to yourself to cheat yourself. So I think it would just be honorable to treat your business as if you were working for someone else. The second last, almost last tip that I have is keeping files. It's very important to keep files in your company because, for example, have a bookkeeping file where you jot down how much you're paying yourself, if you're paying yourself, how much you spend on fabrics for samples, how much you're going to sell the samples for, how much petty cash you're going to give to yourself to use for whatever other things you need, how much you're paying, if you're paying for rent, how much you're paying for the rent, how much your expenses are, how much your incomes are. It's of importance, and the best thing about it is I'm using an F&B account for my business account. It's an F&B business gold check account, and it's amazing because on the app they do all of that bookkeeping stuff for you. So what I do is I just print it every month and I put it in my file. Simple as that. And if you need more information about it, obviously you can go to an F&B branch and ask them about it. I also have a file for construction. If I make something and I'm not sure about it and I want to test it out and investigate it a little, I do that, and then I test it out, and if it worked, then I make that sample and I put it in the file so that it's referencing for when I need it. I also have a fabric or swatch file. That is very important because most clients that I deal with don't know. Wow, the noise level where I live, guys. Anyway, most clients don't have any knowledge of fabrics. Some have very little knowledge of fabrics. So I have the fabrics because when I do consultations and you don't know what is a Duchess satin, for example, I can show it to you so you can approve and say, yes, this is what I want, or no, I wanted something stretchy, and I give you something stretchy and I say, this is the kind of fabric that I was thinking of using that you want, and you can agree or disagree, and then from there just pick a color because you are happy with the fabric. So files are very important because you get to keep all your documents in. I also have files for contracts for clients, and a lot of stuff like receipts from clients when they make their payments, because you don't want trouble next time a client comes in and they say they paid and you didn't get any payment notification and you don't have the receipt, and it turns out they're lying but they're adamant that they paid. So stuff like that. So it's important to have the files. Last but not least, this is like a free tip. I did not plan on telling y'all this, but this is a free tip. Is to part of the scheduling, to schedule or work out your social media presence for your company. I have an app called Trello. That's where I put everything for the week or for the month, and I say, okay, this month I'm promoting Valentine's, so I'm making stuff that have red in, or I'm running a sale. Then I have all these things and I have all these posters, and I put them on Trello to say, okay, on the 2nd of February I'm going to be posting this one, on the 10th of February I'll post this one. So everything is like organized nicely to say, okay, Precious, you have a reminder, you have to post the 20% sale on the 5th of February, and then I post it. So it works so much, it makes my life so much easier because I don't have to really like keep a different schedule or whatever. It's just an app and I put everything there planned out, you know, the description of what I'm gonna post, the poster itself, the date, the time, the alarm, everything. I organize everything for the month, and then as the month progresses it just reminds me that you have to post this for your Instagram, you have to post this for your Facebook, don't forget this for your Twitter account, and don't forget this for your YouTube channel. It's just amazing. And yeah, if you guys want to download it, please do. All these things that I use, I will leave them I will leave them under the description box. But other than that, those are my tips for building yourself a home studio. And if you're working from home, those are my business tips. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. I really hope it helps someone out there. Other than that, that's all I have for you guys. That's it from me, guys. Those are my business tips for all those home fashion designers. Hope you enjoyed it, hope it's helpful, and please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. Subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos that I will be posting. And also don't forget to like leave in the comment box anything that you guys like would love for me to do a video on, or anything like that. And please stalk me. All my social media pages are on the description box. Do stalk us, like stalk me for days if you have to. Just don't be that weird person all over my DM, but you're more than welcome to stalk me. Anyway, see you guys next time on the next video. Other than that, ciao.